My personal detective, Mr. Marshmallow, revealed to me the secret headquarters of the fraudulent DMV agents in the 313. As it turned out, each agent had in fact hid a business card with their address on it, which they left in the various pockets of my clothing. So Mr. Marshmallow had simply double-checked this was accurate, and then, having done so, proceeded to run a report, and next week he was paid for before revealing this fact. After doing so, he told me,
I'll be honest, this was the most trivial thing I've ever done in my life. Hit me up again if you have any more investigating you need doing, but next time make sure it's at least challenging.
Then he slapped me in the least vulnerable part of my face, the cheek, before he cartwheeled out of the room and left onto his Fred Flintstone unicycle and rode away. It was a little weird, but I shook that off. I needed to get to the bottom of this. With the address in hand, I make for my Fred Flintstone car, only to find Baphomet is blocking my path. I tried to go around him, but he keeps making to get inside my Fred Flintstone car, and after some hesitation, I'll eventually am forced to comply as he will simply not leave. I will be honest, I do not want to bring any of my animals with me to this location, as I have no idea what could be waiting for me. However, Bertha can be distracted with a judicious supply of birdseed, which serves the dual purpose of also getting me into her good books, and my bitches can be distracted with a crate of dog toes. I have no such working for Baphomet. I bring him along, but tell him he must be quiet and stay in the car until I finish my business in the DMV. I do not want my beloved dog sheep getting mixed up in my nonsense, and he'll go missing because of me. After leaving my car, I walked to the large single-story building where the DMV are headquartered. Inside the building appears empty, with a smooth concrete floor and solid-looking brick walls, which are gnarly windowless. The only pieces of furniture are therapist couch and chair in the center of the room. The moment I step toward them, a glass dome with smaller holes descends on me from above, patching me in a manner not dissimilar to mousetrap. That's when Senator Larry Craig stands up from behind the therapist couch, rubbing his sweaty hands together while chuckling, telling me that now he has not only pictures of me in various states of undress, but my physical body. I'm a bit confused about this, so just kind of wait for him to elaborate while looking around the glass dome which is descending around me. Really, there's some kind of adaptive vacuum nozzle at around crotch high. He tells me that after the scheme together must from us with it through tricking me in both the clinic and would gladly fail, he will instead harvest it himself so he can continue his evil scheme of making animal-human hybrids. Honestly, I thought it was weird, but he did specifically call his scheme of making animal-human hybrids evil. Thinking quickly, I realized I need to buy time in the hope some wacky nonsense will occur that will save me. So I asked him to tell me his evil plan in excruciating detail. Fortunately, we readily agreed because apparently he likes the D of his words entering, and I quote here the host Mr. Eminem's, then he kind of licked his lips and made a slurping nose. Anyway, he tells me that he's wanted me to come here for a long time and has sent multiple fake DMV agents to try me here. Apparently he's trying to create an army for KFC to wipe out all wallabies due to their ability to talk their way around their public liability insurance, which has kind of become a thing after I revealed what Gerald Dershowitz had done for me. The US government had agreed to help KFC in their attempts to wipe out the wallabies because they were of the opinion that an army of animal-human hybrids systematically exterminating an entire species would be such a massive spectacle that any possible embarrassment of my general activities would be erased from public consciousness. While his past experiments to create human-animal hybrids have been failures, with only one specimen surviving before fleeing into the bountiful forest of the 313. While hunting for him, he met the local witch, who apparently has a vendetta against me because I didn't pay her one time, and she told him I was the missing factor in his experiments and the catalyst that could see the animal-human army come to fruition. I raised the point that I was like 90% sure that my not paying the local, which came after at least one instance of the DMV stuff. But Senator Larry Craig told me that example was just me being a dumb and making assumptions I needed to pay the DMV like a fool. Regardless, part of the deal was that KFC would register themselves as a Carson-based company, meaning they could still call themselves KFC while no longer being affiliated with America. Therefore, I could no longer embarrass the US by not being around. Sidebar, this was my least favorite part of their plan, and it would not embarrass the US by virtue of no longer being American. I will be honest, this seemed kind of extreme, plus I feel like just killing wallabies without the animal-human hybrid element would have worked just as well, but that's beside the point. Honestly, I just think Senator Larry Craig wanted to have me in his clutches, and this alliance with the US government and KFC is wholly incidental. Regardless, this whole time I'm kind of watching the doors and windows, waiting for some hilarious or wacky intervention to save the day. That was when he told me the worst thing. There was a no nonsense built around this whole building. This meant that the comedic effects would traditionally accompany me throughout my life, but that caused minimal to no negative repercussions to my person were neutralized. First I rejected this out of pain, on the grounds it seemed impossible. That's when they told me to listen, and that's when I realized my music had stopped. Oh shit, I'll be honest, I was fully counting on my general comedic aura to carry me here. So the revelation that's denied me has me completely shaken. Senator Larry Craig apologized, saying he would begin collecting biological samples so as to enact his plan, but that unfortunately that he would be collecting biological samples until I die. However, he assures me that he has plenty of images of me in various states of unrest, so he won't miss me too much. As he speaks, the vacuum-looking device starts moving closer to my crotch. I try to dodge its way in it, but this thing must be locked on closets only, unrelentingly. I curl up into a ball, but that's when Senator Larry Craig jabs a spike to one of the hoes to poke me and demands I curl it allow the hypermegas from my would extract the 9,000 access to my genitalia, even though I was fine to let the hypermegas from my would extract the 9,000 access to my genitalia without the spike. That's when I hear him.
Senator Larry Craig, I attached myself to him and I knew he would have no choice but to try and possess. 50 years ago, you killed Mrs. Jones. She had a curse on you and your descendants. I would not act repentant, but you have harassed Mr. Eminem, and now there is no common filter protecting you.
Curiously, when I arrive at the building, it's completely empty, and no matter how I look, I can't find anyone there. I return to my Fred Flintstone car and tell Baphomet that we're going to hit him, but that we can stop off for some juicy grass if he wants. But Baphomet isn't there. I look in the but can't find my dog sheep. Where is Baphomet?